return, who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Stay tuned. And finally, one last unlikely hero. This one with 4 legs. She's an adorable and astounding dog, and she's on a life-changing mission.
Meet Ricochet. She's a golden girl who rides the waves, Southern California style. What's extraordinary about this retriever is not what she can do on a board, which is impressive, but how her surfing has literally changed people's lives. From the beginning, Ricochet was destined for a higher calling. Her owner, Judy Fredono, bred her to be a service dog.
I started training her pretty much from the time she was born, and she was a very, very bright puppy.
What a good puppy. She made a nice turn.
She was turning light switches on and retrieving at about 8 weeks old.
Yes.
Judy spent many hours training Ricochet to serve the mobility impaired.
That's it. Bring it here.
With incredible discipline and dedication, they worked hard at it, task by task, skill by skill.
Yes.
It almost looked like Ricochet might make it and be assigned to someone whose life would depend on her. But then,
Wrong way, Mama. Come on, Ricochet, bring it this way.
Somewhere around the 14 to 16 week age, she lost interest in training.
Wrong one, this one. Ricochet, come on.
Ricochet balked at completing tasks.
Go on. You didn't tuck it very far. No, we're done with that. Come here, Mama.
And then there was the bird problem. Ricochet's natural instinct is to chase them, and that made it impossible for her to stay focused enough to become a service dog.
I worked with her a lot to try to control that impulse because service dogs can't do things like that. It could be dangerous to a person with a disability.
But failing to become a service dog wasn't a career ender for this clever canine. Riding waves was first just a training tool to develop Ricochet's balance so she can negotiate uneven surfaces with a client. Judy coaxed her onto a boogie board and eventually onto a full-fledged surfboard. And she saw Ricochet was a natural. Within a year, Ricochet competed in her first dog surfing contest and came in 3rd.
I finally felt proud of her that she actually was good at something.
Not just good at surfing, but great. Her audience was captivated, and Judy realized Ricochet's unique talent could be used to inspire and transform people's lives.
I released her from the role of service dog, and because she surfs, I kind of renamed her a surface dog and thought about her fundraising to raise money for someone.
Her first assignment as a surface dog, 16-year-old Patrick Iverson. When he was a toddler, Patrick was run over by a car. It left him almost fully paralyzed from the chest down. Judy heard about Patrick and thought they could help pay for his rehabilitation. Judy planned for Ricochet to surf alongside Patrick, but headstrong Ricochet had her own idea about that arrangement.
The board kind of turned and flipped a little bit. So she jumped off of her board and I was still going straight, jumped on my board. I'm laying down on my stomach and she just jumps and straddles my back.
For Patrick, being on the board with Ricochet was unlike any other ride.
Physically, she's actually counterbalanced the board a couple times, which is mind-blowing to me. I barely knew how to do that.
Judy posted video online to raise money for Patrick's physical therapy. They raised $10,000 for therapy that he believes was key to regaining function and freedom.
It brought independence for me, to be honest. Since then, I've gotten my triceps and I can transfer out of my chair. I can drive. I'm independent now. That is priceless to me.
Judy also created a video about Ricochet's journey and put it on the web. That video struck a chord and went viral. More than 3 million visitors saw Ricochet's message. Its essence? To focus on what you can do instead of what you can't. When she's not working with her human surfing buddies,
Release.
Ricochet kicks back doing doggy things. She romps around dog parks, sniffs out squirrels and cacti, and relaxes by jumping into her pool. It's her infectious playfulness that helped 8-year-old Ian McFarland get through a very tough time. 3 years ago, Ian was traveling with his family on a Utah highway.
They were in a car wreck, and my sister and her husband did not survive the car wreck. Ian had a very serious brain injury, and we weren't sure whether he would survive or not.
His aunt, Melissa Coleman, is raising Ian and his siblings. Before the accident, Ian used to surf with his father, but afterwards,
he was just so fearful as a result of the accident and not being able to stand up and hop up like he used to do.
Ricochet changed that.
When he met Ricochet, he was just so excited and looked forward to it.
We're going to go surfing, Ricochet.
Ricochet just kind of eliminated that fear from him, where he just went out there and loved the wipeouts. It's great. It's great for him.
Reach for the sky, partner.
With intensive physical therapy paid in part by Ricochet's fundraising, Ian has made huge strides.
That's it.
Being able to move his left hand and his left leg and getting back up on his feet into a new walker that holds him by his core.
And her list of accomplishments doesn't end there. In 2 years, Ricochet has raised over $100,000 for human and animal causes through her Facebook page, and won several prestigious dog awards. So much recognition for the acts of a willful golden retriever, who found her true calling, and along the way, helped so many achieve the impossible.
What she's helped me with is to get more positive and see that there really, really is more goodness in the world than bad.
These things wouldn't have been possible without Ricochet, so really helped changing Ian's life continually.
Ricochet means the world to me, you know, because she's given me a life and a quality of life that I wouldn't have had otherwise. Good girl.
Since we met Ricochet, she won a coveted Hero Dog Award from the American Humane Association and is featured in a music video promoting dog adoption from shelters. All of our heroes have something in common. They didn't start off as heroes, but when uncommon circumstances presented themselves, they acted bravely and selflessly, and that's why they're heroes. I'm Wes Moore, and thanks for watching Beyond Belief on OWN.